We've all heard it before, salt is bad for you. It's a message that's been drilled into us for years, whether from health magazines, news headlines, or even well-meaning friends and family. The warnings are everywhere, and it's easy to start thinking of salt as a villain lurking in our kitchens, waiting to sabotage our health. We're told to cut it out, reduce it, avoid it like the plague. Some people even go so far as to banish the salt shaker from their homes entirely, convinced that every sprinkle is a step closer to health problems. But is it really that simple? Is salt truly the enemy, or is there more to the story? The truth is, our bodies actually need salt. It's not just a flavor booster, it's a mineral that's absolutely essential for life. Without enough salt, our bodies can't function properly. In fact, salt is involved in so many processes that keep us healthy and strong, especially if you're active or into fitness. It's not about fearing the salt shaker, but about understanding how this essential mineral works and learning to use it to our advantage. When we know the facts, we can make smarter choices, ones that support our health and our goals, instead of just following the latest trend or myth. Salt or sodium chloride often gets a bad rap, but it actually plays a vital role in keeping our bodies functioning at their best. It helps regulate fluid balance, supports healthy blood pressure, and is crucial for the absorption of certain nutrients. For athletes and anyone who exercises regularly, salt becomes even more important, as we lose sodium through sweat and need to replenish it to stay energized and hydrated. From muscle contractions to nerve impulses, salt is a key player behind the scenes. Every time you move, lift, or even think, sodium is helping your muscles contract, and your nerves send signals. Without enough salt, you might feel weak, tired, or even experience muscle cramps, none of which are helpful when you're trying to crush a workout or recover after one. Think of salt as an essential member of your fitness team, not the opponent you need to knock out. Just like any teammate, it's all about balance. Too little and your performance suffers. Too much, and you might run into trouble. But with the right approach, salt can help you stay strong, energized, and ready to take on any challenge. So, let's ditch the fear and get to know the real deal about salt. When you understand how it works and how much your body actually needs, you can use it to your advantage, helping you recover faster, perform better, and smash those fitness goals. Salt isn't the enemy, it's a powerful ally when you know how to use it wisely. Let's break down the science bit. Have you ever wondered what really keeps your body moving, thinking, and feeling its best? It turns out, one of the most important players is something you probably use every day: salt. But salt is much more than just a seasoning for your favorite foods. It's a key ingredient in the complex chemistry that powers your body from the inside out. Salt is made up of sodium, and our bodies rely on sodium for some pretty important jobs. Sodium is an essential mineral, meaning our bodies can't make it on their own. We have to get it from what we eat and drink. Once inside, sodium acts like a tiny messenger, helping to regulate many of the processes that keep us alive and active. First up, salt helps our muscles contract and relax. Every time you move, whether you're lifting weights, stretching, or even just picking up your phone, your muscles are using sodium to send signals that tell them when to tighten and when to let go. Without enough sodium, your muscles can cramp up or feel weak, making it harder to stay active and strong. This is super important for any kind of movement, from crushing a workout to simply walking around. Even the smallest actions, like typing on a keyboard or smiling at a friend, depend on your muscles working smoothly. That's why athletes and active people pay close attention to their salt intake, especially when they're sweating a lot. Secondly, salt plays a crucial role in our nervous system. The nervous system is like your body's electrical wiring, sending messages back and forth between your brain and every part of your body. Sodium is a key part of this system, helping to create the electrical signals that allow nerves to communicate. It helps transmit nerve impulses, which allows our brains to communicate with our muscles and organs. Imagine trying to play a video game with a laggy controller. Without enough sodium, your body's signals can get delayed or mixed up, making it harder to react quickly or coordinate your movements. Basically, salt helps keep everything running smoothly. From the moment you wake up to the time you go to sleep, sodium is working behind the scenes to make sure your body responds the way you want it to. It's involved in everything from keeping your heart beating steadily to helping you stay focused and alert throughout the day. And finally, salt is essential for hydration. When you sweat, you lose both water and sodium, and replacing both is key to staying healthy and energized. Sodium helps your body absorb and retain the water you drink, so you don't just flush it right out. It helps our bodies maintain the right balance of fluids, ensuring we stay properly hydrated, especially during those sweaty workouts. So next time you reach for the salt shaker, remember, you're not just adding flavor, you're giving your body the tools it needs to move, think, and thrive every single day. Now, before you go shaking salt on everything in sight, there's an important distinction to make. Not all salt is created equal. The real culprit behind salt's bad reputation is the excessive amount found in processed foods. Think about those ready meals, fast food options, and packaged snacks. They're often loaded with sodium to enhance flavor and extend shelf life. This overload of salt is what contributes to health problems like high blood pressure. On the other hand, natural sources of salt, used in moderation when cooking at home, are not the enemy. In fact, they can be part of a healthy diet. Here's the thing. If you're someone who hits the gym regularly, trains hard, or simply lives an active lifestyle, you actually need more sodium than someone who is less active. Why? Because when we sweat, we lose sodium. And if you're sweating a lot, you're losing more sodium. This is especially true in hot and humid conditions. Not replenishing those lost electrolytes, including sodium, can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and even dehydration. It's like trying to run a car without enough fuel. Proper sodium levels are not just about preventing cramps and fatigue. Getting enough salt can actually boost your performance in the gym and during workouts. Sodium helps maintain proper muscle function, which means you can push harder and lift heavier. It also aids in muscle recovery, helping you bounce back faster after those tough sessions. Endurance athletes, listen up, sodium is your friend. It helps you stay hydrated and maintain electrolyte balance, which is crucial for long runs, bike rides, or any activity that has you sweating for an extended period. So how much salt do you actually need? It's a question that might seem simple, but the answer is surprisingly complex. Salt, or more specifically sodium, is an essential mineral that our bodies need to function properly. It helps regulate fluid balance, supports nerve function, and plays a key role in muscle contractions. But just like with many things in life, balance is crucial. Too little or too much can both cause problems. Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Your ideal salt intake depends on a variety of factors, including your age, activity level, overall health, and even the climate you live in. For example, someone who spends a lot of time outdoors in hot weather or exercises intensely will lose more sodium through sweat than someone who is mostly sedentary indoors. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day for the average adult, which is about 1 teaspoon of table salt. However, most people consume much more than this, often without realizing it, because sodium is hidden in many processed and restaurant foods. For those with certain health conditions, like high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney problems, the recommended limit drops to 1,500 milligrams per day. This lower amount can help manage symptoms and reduce the risk of complications. However, athletes and highly active individuals may need significantly more than that, especially if they're sweating heavily during long workouts or competitions. Sodium is lost through sweat, and not replacing it can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, or even more serious health issues like hyponatremia. This is particularly true in hot weather or during periods of intense training, when your body's sodium needs can increase dramatically. In these cases, it's important to listen to your body and adjust your intake accordingly. The best way to find your individual needs is to pay attention to your body. Notice how you feel during and after exercise, and watch for signs like muscle cramps, dizziness, or unusual fatigue, which could indicate you need more sodium. And talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you interpret your symptoms, review your diet, and make recommendations tailored to your unique situation. This is especially important if you have any underlying health conditions or are making significant changes to your activity level. Ultimately, finding your salt sweet spot is about understanding your body's needs, making informed choices, and seeking expert guidance when needed. With the right approach, you can support your health, performance, and well-being, one pinch of salt at a time. Let's clear up some common misconceptions about salt. Myth number 1. Salt makes you fat. This is a big one. Salt itself doesn't cause weight gain. It's the overconsumption of calories from any source that leads to weight gain. Myth number 2. Salt causes bloating. While it's true that eating a very high sodium meal can cause temporary water retention and bloating, this is not the same as fat gain. Myth number 3, all salt is bad. Remember, we need salt. It's about choosing natural sources over processed foods and using salt in moderation.